What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm late. It's been a long day. I've been working 6, 7 days a week, but I was. Can you hear me? I was gonna give you all a show, even if it was gonna be a little raggedy. Sorry. So y'all know what we're talking about today. We're talking mistresses. We're talking entanglements. It's gonna be a jam-packed show. I have callers calling in. I have an update from that Mistress that was on my last one, and the update is even crazier. Oh, my camera's a little janky today, but we'll figure that out. Work it out. What's going on, 2%? My name is 2%. 2% is talking. 2% started early. 2% is talking about Stephanie, but I don't even think. Oh, 2% is talking about Stephanie. Oh, we're starting really early. Let me do this really early too, because I don't really know what's about to go down tonight. But I know something's about to go down. What's going on, Veggie Lock? I can't pronounce your name, so I'm gonna say DEA66. What's going on? I don't just give you guys messy, I give you guys a lot of stuff. Messy just happens to be some of the stuff that I give. Hey, Barbara, my girl Amused. Lorene, I know you're around for the mess. Oh, okay. I told y'all get your liquor, get your popcorn if you don't drink. Hey, Shan. What's going on, Corey? I got my first guest of the night. Are you ready? Did you get all dressed up for me? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Oh, wait. So you look like that and I look like this?
You look fine.
No. She says that as she flips her hair, y'all.
I'm nervous. What's about to go down? You have me scared. Like,
you should be a little scared. You should be a little scared. What's going on, Corey? I'm just saying hello to my peoples. Okay, so I know for a fact that I am gonna get her name. I'm gonna pronounce her name right because I did not last time, and she let me know in the DMs. Don't ever do that again. Let's see. I have it, and I did the phonetic spelling. It's Annika. You got? Hello. So, okay. Well, Annika, welcome. I got your name right. I hope this time.
hello, everybody. See. And my connection.
What's going on, Chris? Say that again.
I said my connection may freeze. I'm hoping it acts right tonight.
Okay, yeah, especially on my channel.
I know. And hey, guys.
we might be ratchet, but we're put together around here. So if you guys don't know, this is the Candy Shop. She's another content creator. You will find out a little bit later why she's here. But you know, definitely support her. She has really fun topics. My moderators. Oh, you drink liquor? Is that brown liquor? Oh. Okay. My mods will drop the link for you. What's going on, Tracy? Felice, Peaches. These are my people. Just Simply. Now, we found out a couple weeks ago that Just Simply is a size queen. She said,
what queen?
Size queen.
What is that? A size queen?
You do the math. Little Fizz would not be her type, is what she was saying.
Okay.
What's going on, Coffee Buzz? Eugene. Okay. Miss Kennedy, I'm going to get to the rest. I got a little stuff to take care of. First off, I want to thank somebody. I got a Cash App after my video. And I definitely want to send a shout out to her. That was really nice. That's never happened to me before. So I'm like super appreciative. It was from Valerie. So I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, and that means a lot. What's going, Angela? RJ? 2%. Okay. Cassandra. Okay, you guys are in here deep. PR Pro Pam. No, she's very business. So just to fill you guys in, you know I love Jesus, but I also like a little bit of mess. I am a professional. But like y'all, I want to hear other people's business.
And I'm here telling it. I'm a professional too.
Yeah. I mean, I really do feel like a lot of the people in my my subscribers are, you know, they're not in mess. So it's great to hear other people's mess. Oh, wait, I got a super sticker. Thank you so much, 2%. I appreciate it. I really do. Y'all. So we got, first off, we're going to talk about a TikTok entanglement, and I'm really going to need the chat. I'm going to need you, Candy Shop, to tell me what you think. Is this cheating or not? We're going all around the world. Is this cheating or not? Have you heard of the TikTok entanglement?
No.
Did you know people were dropping it low for Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because you caught my live, or you knew already?
I just knew already, but I'm ready for it. I'm here for it.
Okay. So let's start here. There was a TikTok entanglement where, I don't know if you guys know, but on TikTok, it's going viral that you ask the world, do you know this person? So this lovely Black lady had met this gentleman in Miami. You heard about this yet?
Yes, I've seen this one.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to need your opinion, just like I'm going to need the chat's opinion if you think it's cheating. So I'm going to, I'm trying to think which picture. I think I'm going to do this picture. I'm going to leave this picture up, and I'm going to let you guys hear what happened. Also, while I'm queuing this up, let me let you guys know, I'm not just interested in mistresses. Before I do this, I'm not just interested in mistresses, because I've been getting a lot of DMs and people adding me on stuff like that. What it is after Tasha K did that interview with Arian, and then I was reading the Portia book, it felt like I could not get away from mistresses. It was like everything was Tristan cheating, or Arian Curry, or Portia Williams. And it's like, it just was like mistresses were having the best week ever. So, side note, if you're still interested in more reviews on that Portia book, House of the Princess, if my mods could put that in the chat, House of the Princess is reviewing the book currently. And she definitely has a different take on Portia than I do. So check her out. One of the mods, see what I mean? Disrespectful. Nobody respects me. If you could put her, if you could put House of the Princess's link, it's HAUS in the chat. You guys, she's still doing the Portia book. I double checked with her. Yeah, mistresses were having the best week ever.
They're having the best week ever? Really?
They were, after the Arian Curry thing.
So many thoughts about that.
After the Arian Curry interview, they were having the best week ever. And so it was just like, wait, whoever, like, people don't get the opportunity to really talk about these things. So I said, I'll give you a platform.
Yeah, we'll get to my tea, because it's karma is karma. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay, so let me queue up what happened. And you guys, I want you in the chat to tell me if you felt that this was cheating. So let me put the people in.
Help me find this man I met in Miami. He walked right in the ocean to introduce himself to me. I was lit when he gave me his number. I'm counting on y'all. Hopefully he ain't married.
The only reason why I did it is because I was on TikTok and I seen the popular trend that was help me find him. It was just simply just to reconnect. It wasn't anything more.
Oh, but he is married. For 6 years, in fact, with 4 kids. I tracked him down. This mystery man is Aiden Giles from the Detroit area. He had no idea the video was posted at first. It was his wife, Cherie, who said somebody texted her about the video.
We just immediately started arguing because I immediately started cussing him out. Like, bro, you really got me messed up. And I kept asking, I said, did you sleep with her? He said, no.
So she messages Misha directly.
I said, did you sleep with him? She said, no, we literally only met at the beach and that was it. So I'm like, well, you looking for him this hard. Obviously, it was something to y'all. She's like, is that your man? I said, not no more, not anymore. And then she was like, if you don't mind me asking, like, who are you? I said, that's my husband.
She says Misha apologized immediately and their messages saying, quote, sis, I'm sorry. I had no clue something would happen. I wish the best for you and your kids. I won't be reaching out to him.
I told her, I'm like, sis, you can have him. I'm good. It was disrespectful. Was it cheating? No, it was not cheating. But it was disrespectful because you're a married man. It's certain ways you move and it's definitely certain ways you don't.
I did not know he was married. Had I known he was married, none of this would even be a thing. It would just be like, okay, let's move on.
Because if the shoe is on the other foot.
You'd be mad because Ada, you know, everybody is looking, and you know, not only you're a good-looking guy, you got the Miami muscles, and you hugging her tight, and so everybody is looking at that.
I know, and it sucked because I knew the video looked so bad, and I told her I wish I could put you in that moment because it was nothing like the video made it look.
From her point of view, she said that you asked her for her phone number and invited her after. And then she also said that she lost your number, and that's why she looked to TikTok to try to find it.
Yeah. Honestly, no. She didn't have my number. She didn't even have my real name. I didn't even know they were recording either. So that threw me way off.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cherie, you rolling your eyes.
Because it's hard to say you don't know someone's recording you and you posing for a camera.
I posed for the picture. I didn't pose for the camera. The pic was an innocent pic. I feel like it was innocent. I understand what you're saying. I'm not even about to get back on that topic. So yeah, she kicked me over the head. I get it. It was disrespectful for my marriage and my wife. I get it. But in my head as a man, I'm kind of like, it was so little and innocent. Like, babe, it wasn't nothing like that.
Cherie says it took weeks to figure things out and truly understand what happened that day.
I know what type of man I married. I didn't marry a cheater. I would have never married him if he was a cheater. But after talking to my parents and praying with them and just trying like wrapping my mind around it, and I kept saying like, I don't want to make an emotional decision, or a permanent decision off temporary emotions.
Cherie realizing how a 9-second video on TikTok can change everything. She and Aiden will be starting counseling next week. Did you suggest the marriage counseling because of this situation, or would you have chosen to do this if this didn't happen?
This situation, it broke the trust I have for him. So I suggested it.
Aiden, what have you learned? What have you learned, sir?
Oh, the number one thing, if you are a married man, please keep women 6 feet away from you on any beach possible, okay? I want other couples and married couples just to see how all this unfolds. Whatever y'all go through, if y'all strong enough, y'all can get through it. You know, like if you strong enough, put God first, you can get through it.
Aiden says he's never been a cheater. There's never been infidelity with him.
Okay, guys, so the chat has been blowing up.
He has some nerve. That is cheating. And had that have been her hugged up on another man, he would have had a problem with it. I would have. First of all, we all know beachwear. We are in clothes that are barely there.
Well, she is giving him a church hug in her defense.
But
that's a church hug.
Her titties are all up on him.
This is a family show.
Sorry.
No, it is not.
It's not. I commend her on wanting to check him out because maybe she was feeling him more than what he thought it was going to be, because I'll say this when I tell my tea, usually as a mistress, you don't go looking for all this stuff. So clearly, I don't know what happened. It's something, it just seems weird to me that she went looking and digging for him. Or
well, so with this channel, you know, we come with the facts.
Yeah.
So what had happened was she was in the water and he went to her. Had no idea he was being recorded, gave her the wrong number. So, you know, they talked or whatever while they were in Miami. And then when she left Miami, she couldn't get in touch with him because he had the wrong number. So then she went.
He thought, not to assume, but he thought he was going to hook up with her that day. So that's why he gave her the wrong number. He was trying to go back to the hotel like that. Like, we all know, I take girls trips. Have I taken pictures like that? Hell to the no. I'm married. So we run into men all the time when we're out. And so they try to tag along and come with you. So who cares if you gave it the wrong number? He's doing the formal thing by giving a name and a number, but he thought he was going to tag along and go back to the room, and that was going to be it that night. He's a cheater.
Tell me if you can see this.
Yes, I can see it.
Can you say Tanya Sam, the cookie lady, and Paul? Remember Paul? I think it's cheating. First off, you are in Miami. You are going to this woman. You have your hands on another woman. You got a wife and all these children at home. I'm just surprised that the wife was okay with it in the end. Because if it was me, I probably wouldn't trust you moving forward.
I'm not surprised that the wife is okay with it. Me being a wife, because cheating is wrong. I mean, when you marry somebody, you are tied to this person, like contractually. You make a vow, and it's like these are the things that you have to deal with when you're married. And so, though he did not cheat, but it's like even though she might be okay with it, she finna go shoot the sheriff on her own girls' trip. So I'll just say this: that one little fling probably wasn't enough to break up whatever they built together.
Well, they have a bunch of children.
Yeah. So you gotta weigh the outcome. Now she knows what happens. And it's Cotty, it's not the beginning stages. This man is a cheater. Clearly, he's been cheating, but this time it was recorded. And so as a wife, she's probably thinking their kids are young. Let me go and stay in the situation and just deal with it. But I'm gonna do me. That's my take on it. It's
Lorene Brown says cheater.
He is a cheater. And hey, House of Princess.
Princess, I just told them you doing the Portia book and you got a different spin on it. So I don't know when you're doing it. You can let the people know in the chat when you're doing your Portia review. So I was like, mistresses are having the best week ever. People are out here cheating. And what I like to say on my channel is I neither condemn nor condone, right? It's not, I just want y'all's business. I'm not going to judge you for your business. So my channel is like a safe space for everybody to be able to like talk. Most times, if you see me on here, I don't agree with my panel. I like them, but we don't have the same mindset on a lot of things. So let's move on to this. So last week I read you guys a little bit of Confessions of a Video Vixen, just to kind of like wet your whistle.
I read that years ago when it first came out.
Was it like your Bible?
No. Shaq? No.
So people were asking me questions because I read an excerpt, and in the excerpt they were talking about Fred Durst, and I was like, this lady has done so much. I just chose a juicy excerpt. I only read like a one or two paragraphs, right? So people were like, well, who is she? And again, her name is Corinne Steffens. This is her with Oprah.
Yes.
Because she was a mistress that had a best week ever in the 2000s.
Yeah, she was Superhead, but she still got her karma.
So let me let you guys know, because on this channel we stay down. She was with Bobby Brown when he was with Whitney. Whitney used to call Corinne's house for Bobby. She was with Bill Maher, Busta Rhymes. Oh, hold on. Let me get my banner. I'm no dummy. I'm not gonna get Tasha Cade. Okay, she was with Busta Rhymes. These are all allegedly. Is that a good enough wink? Allegedly. Chris Rock, Ja Rule, when he was married. She married Eddie Winslow. She was with Shaq while he was with Shawnee. She said he sweated a lot. His penis wasn't very big. And he used to support her until he found out she needed the money. Once he needed the money, he no longer wanted to support her.
I knew about his penis size before the book because he would come to
that
Dallas.
Why you're on this channel? Because you were with Shaq?
No, I was not with Shaq. But I will say this, living in Dallas, being in my younger days, I was in the circles of athletes. And it was known that, yeah.
So you were a Jackie Christie?
I was not a Jackie Christie, but I was a fly on the wall of a lot of these types of parties and events.
You know T.I. and Tiny?
No. No.
Okay. She was with Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. I think this is Young Buck.
No, that's not Young Buck. That looks like the guy. There was a rapper that abused her. Her child.
Cool G Rap?
Yes, I believe that's him.
Okay, Cool G Rap. Ja Rule and his wife. She was with him when he was married to her, and they're still married. Jay-Z before Beyonce. Exhibit.
Yes.
Lil Wayne.
Usher.
Talib Kweli. Vin Diesel. She got with him after Wendy Williams had bathed him. So Method Man. Yeah, definitely Method Man. That's Method Man's wife and Wendy Williams, a woman who bathed him. She bathed him, just if you guys didn't know. Sorry. Mos Def,
yes.
Ice-T, Usher, Young Buck,
yes,
who allegedly now is into transsexual ladies on the DL. Hold on.
He's from the Locks.
Hold
I forgot
on.
his name, but he's
Where's
from
my
the
banner?
group The Locks.
Pusha T,
Yes.
Trick Daddy.
Gross.
Ja Rule, Kim Bella's husband.
Yes.
Who was Joel Santana.
Yes.
Too Short, Mace, and Wyclef. That's her list, y'all.
The bodies.
These are the ones that we know about. Okay, so I have a few people who are gonna call in and they're gonna share. I also have an update on the Mistress that was on the last live. I actually did my first interview with him, y'all. And let me tell you how crazy this is. Y'all were letting him have it in the comments. And so he DM'd me and he was like, I'll do your show, but we got to do something different. So I was like, okay, I'll interview you. So then I found out that you can't record on an iPhone.
You can't record what?
The iPhone has a block. You can do it on an Android, but you can't record a call on an iPhone. So then I went to Walmart, and the only thing they had was a Drew Sidora recorder. Look, y'all, I am working for you all. I am working. I bought the Drew Sidora recorder before I eventually went to Best Buy and got a digital. So
Yes.
So that is Corinne Steffens. I'm tempted to read her book, you guys. I'm tempted to read her book, or at least the juicier chapters.
To me, the whole book was juicy.
The whole book is juicy, but reading books is not only my thing, right? That's the problem. I want to give like an array. I like the fact that my subscribers are here because I see something crazy and they want to hear about it because they think it's crazy too, like dropping it low for Jesus.
Now
Some
you're
people,
you're gonna make me want to read. I have Brittany Renner's book, and her whole ass or whole buttocks is on the cover. I have it here. I have not read it yet, but I might read that because they say she's the new Superhead of today.
Well, okay, so that's another thing that I wanted to. So Brittany Renner is not in today's show, but I'm definitely going to talk about Brittany Renner, because she is basically the new Superhead. And the funny thing is, Superhead, like Tyra Banks, everywhere that Superhead went, they gave it to her. But I think in present day, what has happened is it's the City Girl effect, where you are like lauded at this point for securing the bag, right? So Superhead got ringed. They called her everything in the book, but the thing was, these men kept sleeping with her. So I don't know how you blame her when the men continued to sleep with her. They all knew who she was. She was in songs. And after she wrote the first book, they still continued sleeping with her. So in present day, she would be the number one city girl. But back in the 2000s, they called her a hoe.
Interesting.
Now, if you think about it, girls like Corinne become influencers, right?
Correct.
Like you get with a rapper, you get with somebody famous or affluent, and then you're good to go.
You know why they become influencers though? Because it's us taking back our power in this whole cycle. A lot of times as Black women, we are villainized for being very sexual, but she chose her path and what she wanted to do. So I will never, and I'll say this, and I have the unpopular opinion. I will never shame anybody because these men are choosing to get with her. A lot of them sought her out. So in the end, she does come off on top because they're wanting her, and she wanted to have fun.
Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat, Princess. She says, if you read it, I'll do it with you. So Corey, what's up? Corey?
Hi, Corey.
Corey, can you hear us?
Hey, sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Can
you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
You were here for the last Mistress Live, right? Okay, maybe she wasn't. She'll come back.
I was ready to hear.
I think she is on the other side of it. So I have a few people that are going to be coming up, but go ahead and tell us why you're here, Candy Shop.
Oh gosh. So first of all, I'm gonna shout out my channel.
Yeah, I think they also put it in the chat as well.
Yeah, so shout out to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am Candace, and I've told this story on my own channel. I've been a mistress twice. It's not something that I am proud of. At the time that I was a mistress, I was married myself. My husband at the time, it was my first husband. I'm remarried now. But my first husband, me and him had separated. He had gotten another young woman pregnant, who's now his current wife. Right. I hear like feedback, but
For me,
I guess so. Well, I don't hear it now, but I was a mistress, and it's not something that I would suggest anybody doing. There's a lot of karma to it. I know today these younger women glamorize it, but it was nothing glamorous about being the side chick. I'll say this though, I was able to call the shots with what I wanted, and I look at it this way. I was coming out of a serious relationship that was it just wasn't good. And at that time,
don't give us all that. Who were you the mistress for? She's giving y'all professional. She came here with her hair blown out,
yes,
the makeup on.
I'll say this. I was the mistress because at that time I could not fully give myself to anybody else. I wanted things on my terms, and what people don't realize as a mistress, even though they say it's not on your terms, a lot of times it was. But karma came and kicked my ass literally and in another way. But
okay, so how did you meet whomever the first guy that you were the mistress for?
So the first
how did you meet him?
Yes, the first guy, I met him at the club. At the time, me and my husband, we were going through some issues. My first husband, I had listened to a phone call he had. He didn't know he butt dialed me, and I saw a different side of him, and that opened my eyes to what was going on in my marriage. Me and him were long distance, and so I decided to start going out doing me, because prior to hearing that call, I was a Sunday school teacher and trying to do the right thing in my marriage, married to somebody in the military. Not to say
were you dropping it low for Jesus? Was that the kind of Sunday school teacher you?
No, that is not the kind of Sunday school teacher I was. And that clip is not even from a church. That is from Alabama State University. That was a pep rally, but people think that's a church.
A pep rally? A pep rally with praise dancers?
That's at Alabama State University. They were having a pep rally.
Was this a pep rally too? Was that a pep rally too?
I don't know what that was.
We can't hear you.
But no. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
We can hear. I can hear you now.
Okay. So I met the guy at the club. He presented himself as a single man. The first night that we met, he wanted to meet up and come to my house, which I was totally against. But we talked for a few weeks, and then we started messing around. At that time, he didn't know I was married. I didn't know he was married. And it just transpired from there. We got deep into some things, and then I found out 2 or 3 months later that his wife was delivering his first child. And
deep into some things meaning sexual.
Yes.
Okay. So not the first night, but soon after.
I would say about a month or two after, yes.
Oh, okay. So did you stay with this man after you found out he was having a baby and married?
Not necessarily, no. So I cut it off then, but me being weak, I'm gonna say this, I was weak. I'm human. I started back messing around with him. He started staying with me. Him and his wife got separated. And so he was staying with me, and he would spend like 2 weeks with me, 2 weeks with her. He would go back, and it was just a whole hot mess drama. Yeah.
So how long did you stay with the first married one?
Me and my first husband were together off and on 10 years.
Oh, you married him?
My first husband. No, I didn't marry. Oh, you're talking about the other man.
The guy that you were the mistress for.
We messed around for a year.
Wow.
This is so juicy.
Hey, Cotty.
Hey.
It ended horribly, though.
Okay, the floor is yours.
So the way that we ended, I had gotten, officially separated from my husband, and the guy was staying with me longer now. And so we decided to go out one night at the club. It was a Sunday night. I needed to go to work the next day, so I wasn't really feeling the club. And so we left early. He got upset at me because I wanted to leave early. And as we were leaving, there was a girl entering the club in crutches. And so I'm not from Texas. That's where I was living at the time. So I was like, man, these Texas chicks are real thirsty trying to come up in the club with crutches. And he was like, you're not going to talk about my city like that. You're not going to talk about my state. And so it just escalated from there. To make a long story short, he started doing this to my head as I'm driving my car going home. I took a cup, one of the cups from my school, and I bashed him in the face with it. And then he punched me in my jaw. And so from there, I pulled my car over and politely told him to get the F out of my car. And I told him, and this is wrong, and I hope this never happens, but I said, I hope your daughters meet a man like you and they get bashed in their faces too. And I drove off.
Did you see him again though?
No.
Okay.
That was it. He tried to connect. He showed up at my house when I was dating somebody else where this other person tried to pull out a gun on him. It was just drama. That's what I said. It's a lot of karma with this, and it's not something that I'm proud of. It's not something that I would recommend, but yeah, that was it.
So you're saying that you guys were on and off for about a year. He had a baby. You found out he was married, and then at some point he got physical with you.
Yes,
and that's why you stopped it.
I later found out he was physical with his wife, and that was why she was putting him out. So this man was a woman beater.
And a cheater.
Yeah, and a cheater.
Okay. So, Emmanuel, I'm not quite understanding. It says, this is what we were saying about the other guy last time who was saying the guy kept coming to his place and spending the night. What are you saying?
Oh, the last Mistress video.
No, I understand who he's talking about. That's the one on my recorder. But I did a live if you just came in. I mean, I did my first interview party.
Oh yeah, no, I was here when you said that.
Okay, so people want to know if he's still alive after he put his hands on you.
Yes, he's still alive. I guess he made it home because I left him. If y'all are familiar with Dallas, I left him on the side of 75, and I don't know how he got home after that. The contact seat it stopped, so I don't know. I assume he's still alive now because he's tried to contact me since. I've had to block him on social media platforms and get a restraining order.
Wow.
But then you hooked up with another married one. What happened then? She said it.
So the second married man that I hooked up with was actually a coworker of mine. When I got punched in the face that night, I went to work because at that time I was a single mom. So I still had to work. Life still had to go on. And I'll say this: when I got punched in the face, I've never been hit by a man before. And so I commend women that are abused that can still get up every day and take care of their children, take care of what they have to do, because that is very hard, especially when you feel violated. And so I got up, went to work as if life was normal, even though my face was swollen and I was trying to just keep it moving. And so when I was at work, all my coworkers noticed my swollen face. They thought I had an abscess. And my manager ended up pulling me into the office, asking me what happened and asking me, did I press charges? I ended up telling her. She was one of the coolest bosses ever. But fast forward to the second guy. So it was a coworker at the job that I went to. And his nickname for me was CC. He was married. I knew he was married. He's talking about he wants to take me out. I remember just taking a day off, pampering myself. You got your popcorn. That's right. Oh, pampering myself and taking care of myself. And so my coworker texted me because at this time, and let me say this disclaimer. So those that follow my channel know that I have a male best friend. This is not him. So the second guy who was my coworker texts me while I'm pampering myself after dealing with all the bullshit that I've dealt with. And he's like, oh, let me take you out, CC. I'm so sorry you've had to go through this. You just need a drink. I want to take you for a meal or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. My son at that time is with his father in another state visiting. So I'm like, okay, dinner won't hurt anything. So we go out, we have dinner. I roll with him. He comes back to my place And
Bum,
yes, this man kissed me on my neck and I melted. Like, I don't know. It was just
Erica Badu has a song about that.
after dealing with what I had dealt with, and then this, it was like I melted and it
It was
just
a panty dropper. You were passing out coochie coupons.
Mims.
but it happened, and that started that affair. And yeah, so I'm not gonna give too many details about that affair. That affair wasn't bad, but I will say this: I received a lot of karma because at that time when I finally went through the divorce with my actual husband, I lost my car, apartment, and my job, and I feel like that was the karma for messing with these married men. So
You're now married, right?
yes, I'm remarried. Completely changed my life. I had to, I guess, lose everything.
Not too much. You were doing this while you was a Sunday school teacher, so you still knew the Lord.
I learned my lesson from the first situation, and then, like I said, my first husband was doing him because while this was going on, he had another woman pregnant.
Are you sure you didn't live in Atlanta? Because this sounds like some Atlanta stuff.
No, my first husband was in Virginia. He was in the Navy. And I've heard that people in the military do all of this. But I lost everything living in Texas where I was with my first husband. I ended up, when all of that stuff went down and I lost everything, my car, my apartment, my job, I called his commanding officer, told the commanding officer what he was doing, and was able to get alimony to take care of myself while
But you were cheating too.
After he was.
Oh, that don't matter to the military.
Yeah, and the military looks at it as they now have to support two families because he had my us, and then he got this other girl pregnant. And you can get kicked out of the military. He was like, you called my commanding officer? He was like, I could have got arrested. Jag could have got me. And I said, so what?
It's against morality.
Yeah.
But I mean, truth be told, I don't know. So you guys were both. Is it really cheating if you were in a relationship with somebody and you find out they're cheating on you? I would think that you knew he was cheating on you, right?
I found out, yes. When I found out he was cheating while we were together, I just started doing me. I still feel like I had my karma because people, first of all, I met.
No, y'all are not. Let's start there. Atlanta is not saved and sanctified. Y'all lay it low and spread it wide. Maybe not you, Miss Fifi, but Atlanta as a whole.
I got my karma. I got my karma because not only did I cheat with married men, but I also still cheated on my husband, who I made a vow to. So I look at it that way. Like, regardless of what the circumstances were, I feel like I was in the wrong period based off of what my choices and what I did.
I mean, we're not here to judge. I'm just playing with you. You guys, so I didn't know these stories. We were talking and she let me know that she had a story, and I was like, come tell it. I wanted you guys to get my honest reaction because this was a lot.
Well, I have the story time. I have Entanglement Part 1 and 2. So when I tell the story of the men, I wanted to go into more detail, but I've held off with telling this story because I don't know how many things I want to tell about it, because a lot happened during this. It was actually a 2-year span of all of this going on. So, somebody asked me what is my zodiac sign. Oh shoot, I am a Gemini.
Her zodiac sign is Mary Magdalene. No.
Yeah, so
it's all love. Candy Shop knows I love her. I've been a subscriber. Yeah. I joke, I play. I'm not calling you. We don't judge on here.
No, you just messy.
Yeah. But the mistress life. I know they feel like they're winning, but karma catches up with you. I'll just say that.
You guys, so if you don't know, I had a Mistress live right after that Aryan Curry story came out, and there was a guy. What was his name? His name was Truth Hurts, and he came in and dropped the mic, and so I did an interview with him today, and I'm gonna let you guys hear it. The story gets crazier. Like, are y'all ready? Corey, I'm not messy. It's like the people who used to watch Jerry Springer, the people that used to watch or who watch Maury Povich. You just want to hear other people's mess.
But I love you for it, though.
You don't think I'm just a nice guy who just?
No, you're nice and messy, but that's fine though.
Yes.
That's why I watch you and love you, boo.
Oh wait, Lorene was in that live, y'all. I did not think the story could get crazier, but like I said, I am working for you guys. I went out and got the Drew Sidora cassette recorder, but I also got the real one. So, did you get your drink?
Who?
Oh wait, Gabor says he could only be a mistress to a millionaire.
Well, I mean, these men weren't broke. They had money, but the thing is, though, is the money worth it?
Were you dickmatized? Because you said one of them kissed you on your neck, and that's all. That was it.
No comment.
Okay, so y'all, this is Truth Hurts. This is my first interview. So y'all be gentle, because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay. Tell me if you can hear.
Okay, the time is now 5:57. I think it's February February 19th. Make it make sense. I have Truth Hurts here. Truth Hurts I don't know exactly where you're at, but we're just gonna make sure this is all on the up and up. So are you okay with me recording this conversation?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, so where we left off on my last show that you called in on was you were seeing somebody who was
Marina's saying you dickmatized.
With the baby mama, and you were also seeing somebody that was married, a massage therapist / potential prostitute.
But I wouldn't say he's a prostitute, but okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, I get it, because I mean, a lot of them normally use that. So, you know, I get it.
So you reached out to me. You were more inclined to do this recorded because the sound was off on the last video, and you said maybe you wanted to be able to get it out without being interrupted. So
yes, because I was having some audio issues. Yeah.
So the floor is yours. Do you want to update us? Have you left the people alone that are in relationships? Where are you at now?
Let me have a seat. So the situation has a lot has unfolded since the last time we spoke. So
which one?
I'm going to start with the one. So let me give you a little to bring you up to speed. The massage one, the masseuse is the one that's married. The other guy I was dealing with just had a girlfriend, and they were together. So that's the one I'm going to start with first. Baby mom, they got a child together. So yes.
Okay.
So, oh gosh, so much has happened since the last time I called in. So I'm going to start with the one that had the baby mom. So I don't know if I told when I called in last time. I don't know if I said that she left. Maybe I think I did. I think the last time I said that she left, but if I didn't say that in that last conversation, they were living together. They had a conversation, and he said that he told her, listen, this is not working out. Either you're going to have to leave or I'm going to have to leave.
Yeah,
and
I do believe so. I do believe you said that they could not come to your house, the one with the baby mama.
Yes, okay. So, yes. So she left. she left, got their child and everything. Yeah, so I don't think I brought this up on that conversation because I don't think this happened yet. She up and left, got their child, got her belongings, and got the hell on while he was at work. So,
she pulled a quad. Okay,
I pulled a quad, and mind you, she was here working. She had a job here in the city as well, but she quit her job. He's been trying to reach out to her, call her, can't get a hold of her. You know, he's reached out to her on social media. She's pretty much blocked every access to her that he had. So,
okay. So, people are asking where we're at. This guy called into my last Mistress live, and apparently he was having a relationship with a married massage therapist who was giving him happy endings, and a woman or a man who had a baby mama who he currently lived with, who was also bisexual, and she allowed him to sleep with men. Corey, Kati, were y'all here for that?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember. Is the masseuse female or male?
Male. And I made the mistake of calling the masseuse a prostitute, and apparently they did not like that.
Well, then it's a masseur.
Okay.
My sister is a masseuse, so that's the female of the word.
So, Rob, if you have not watched my first conviction of a mistress, go watch it because it was really good. Okay, so y'all are caught up. Here we go. Hopefully, I just learned how to use this, so hopefully it stops where I left it off.
The job that she was working.
I'm sorry to interrupt. So for the people who weren't listening to the last video, Truth Hurts was dating somebody with a baby mama. The baby mama was aware that this man was bisexual or seeing other people.
Yeah, so just a little bit more content for the ones that weren't on the last one. He called. I met up with him regarding this, and we had a conversation one morning while we was having coffee or tea or whatever, walking down the street, and he told me he wanted to talk to me in person about her. She knows that he's bisexual. She's bisexual as well, and she gave him the okay to, hey, go talk to this guy. You know, have a conversation with him so that, you know, he'll know your situation. So that's why he met up with me, because she was, you know, encouraging it, which is, you know, perfect if it works for them. But I think the attention I started giving him was something that was void in their relationship. Me asked for it, saying good morning, checking on him, saying how was work going, how's your day been, those type of things that she wasn't doing. And I think he started.
Sorry to paraphrase for the listeners. So while you were a booty.
Shut up! I got a super chat. Yeah. Thank you so much, Rosie TM. It says, Mims, I spoke with you yesterday, but I'm having problems logging in. I had an affair. He left his wife, and we've been married for 14 years. I'm not proud of it, and I'm a different woman now. Candy Shop, sorry you went through that.
Oh, well, thank you.
You are welcome here anytime, Rosie. Thank you so much. That's a super generous super chat. Who knew that my little messy channel? So far, guys, I'm like Iyanla. I might take her spot.
That's a reach.
You don't want to be better, man.
Okay.
Be better than her, please.
Did you guys get your popcorn? I told you it was gonna be. Somebody said the drama of it all. Okay.
Somebody said, so was it Michael Darby?
It was given a little bit Michael Darby-ish. It was given a little Michael Darby-ish. Okay. Nobody asked you, Q. Okay.
Everything was all right. But when there started to be more communication outside of something sexual, then she said, "Nah, you gotta go."
I think so. I think she started noticing a difference in him towards me. And when he and I had a conversation about it, he said, I'm sorry?
I need a drink. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Okay.
Now, you're fine. Mm-hmm. So, she, I think she started saying how he wanted to hang out with me more. We go out to eat or whatever, stuff like that. And I think that started, having a tear in their relationship because they were already not on the best because, they 3 kids. Only one of the kids was his. So only one stayed with them, which is the child that they have together. One stayed with the other father, and the other stayed with her parents. So she didn't have nothing but that one child that they had together. So, yeah.
She's out of the picture. So are you still seeing this person?
Well, here's the thing. She's out of the picture. He doesn't know where she's at. He and I still communicate, but I think he started wanting more from me. And I felt like I can't give you that because of the situation. I was not trying to, be serious with you. I enjoyed what we were doing, but I wasn't looking for nothing serious. But outside of that, I'm not going to be a rebound for him.
Well, you then broke up people's relationship, and now that the person, well, this is just my opinion. You then you were the other person. So it sounded like she said you could have him, and now that he's available, you don't want him.
It's a little bit more complicated than that, Mims, because I think he's a cool dude. I'm attracted to him, but there's things that I'm learning about him that he needs to work on, and I can't help him with that. There's certain things that he needs to work on. And granted, I got things I need to work on myself, and one of them probably needs to be stop, attracting guys that are in situations.
Okay, but you were doing okay. So sorry, but it sounds like you were excited about having this person in your life, but you started doing things that.
I have a question. So the guy he was cheating with, is he down low or he's bisexual? He said.
Which one?
That's what I want to know.
There's a married one. Both of them are bisexual.
The married guy. So the married guy is bisexual, and he's not down low.
Both are bisexual. So the married guy is actually a masseuse, and I made the mistake of saying prostitute, but that's still what I think they are.
He was actually being paid for a happy ending. What's the definition here?
So I'm confused as to what I want to know. Is he going to go into detail more about what he's finding out about this guy as to why he don't want him now?
He will. I kind of steer the conversations in I steer the conversation in a direction that I think is
the reason
appropriate for this particular topic. Because trust me, it goes into some other things.
I'll be quiet.
No. That's fine. Stop me whenever you want. So this is on this. So if you have something to say, just say it. I can stop the recording.
Yeah,
I'm very high tech around here.
The reason why I asked was he down low is because there is a difference between down low men and bisexual men.
Yeah, sex worker.
Yeah, down low men still present as straight and wanting to be with women, and they can't fathom actually being in a relationship with a man. So
no, you will get into that in the interview, but this sex worker, masseuse,
sex worker
was the sex worker and was why are my subscribers so messy?
Yeah, I feel like I need my sunglasses on too. Okay.
Why I feel like he wearing a hoodie and big shades, and I'm thinking about Mama Joyce when she went to go to that attorney to talk about Phaedra. Y'all remember the trench coat? I know Corey remembers.
I feel a little dirty listening to this.
Me too.
Well, thank you so much.
I feel a little dirty listening to this right now.
Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for being dirty with me, Corey. Thank you so much for the super chat, Fifi. Okay, but no, he does get into it. Again, on this channel, we don't condone the behavior, but we also don't condemn it. We want people to feel free. We're going to talk about all kinds of things, guys. We're going to go into my issues with anxiety and not wanting to be on camera. I have a couple of friends who weren't raised with their dad and they want to get into that with Freckles. We're going to be doing a lot of different things on this channel. And somebody sent me a DM about me doing hot topics. Maybe every now and then I'll throw in hot topics if I think it's interesting, but we're going to be doing a lot. It's not just going to be mess, but today is the mess. Get your drink and your popcorn. He does go into that though.
Booty call material, like the dating and the good mornings and stuff like that. So there were boundaries set, you crossed them, and now you don't want them. So now you don't have nobody.
But who set the boundaries? Because he and I never had established any boundaries.
But
I never went out.
But
you just saying
in general, why would you be texting and dating if it was just going to be something sexual? Now, that to me sounds like you were putting out a signal that maybe it could be more, and maybe they picked up on that signal, and now they are basically stuck out because they don't have you or the baby mama.
I didn't look at it like that, and that could be very possible, but I wasn't looking at it like that. I was looking at it like, when we did get up, even when it was a hookup type thing, the chemistry was there. So I think the attraction and the chemistry was there, and that just opened it up to just, I guess, be more intrigued about each other. Okay. And I think when we opened that door, that's when all of this unraveled.
So what about the married one? Where are you at now?
So
the married one.
So the married one. So
for the listeners, this is the masseuse that presented Truth Hurts with some Timberland boots and a jock strap. Or
and a fitted cap.
A thong. I don't know. Something.
It was a G-string.
Okay, where are you at in that situation?
So we still talk every day, but I think when I called in last time, I said that him and his wife weren't seeing eye to eye. He wanted to leave, and he had one foot in, one foot out the door. And he was basing everything on if my situation changes, if I get a job, I'm out. And he said that was going to be a starting point. So he and I had a conversation since the last time I called in, and we actually had this conversation in person. We met up for lunch, and I just brought it up. And I said, if you feel like you're already checked out or your mind is made.
Just for the callers, were you wearing the Timbs at lunch?
No.
I mean, for the audience. Okay, no Timbs.
I haven't worn the Timbs. Well, I have worn the Timbs. But anyways, we met up for lunch, and I asked the question. I said, if you already feel like your mind is made up, have you had this conversation with her? And I found it very interesting. And he was like, no. And I said, why not? I said, I'm not trying to be in your business. I said, but I'm just curious why you don't feel like that, since that's such a huge change in your life. That's a big decision. Why don't you think she need to know? And his response was, because if I tell her, she's going to try to talk me out of my decision, and my mind is already made up. And I'd rather just keep it how it is now so I can have peace in the house until I get all of my ducks in a row and I get the hell on. And I was like, wow. He's like, there's nothing she can really say. And I was like, so you just ready to just pull the plug and do what? I said, are you more so trying to, be interested in just seeing about guys? And he's like, yeah, I want to explore, being with the dude. And I was like, got it. I said, this is going to be a whole lot. So behind that, one of the things was, and
okay, I'm sorry to be in your business, but I'm all in your business at this point.
Right.
It almost sounds like this masseuse is a liar, and it sounds like the masseuse is stringing the wife along until he tides his way into a better situation. You know how they say Todd from Atlanta knew how to, was an opportunist?
Yeah. I don't get that out of him. The only reason I say that because based on what I see, he has a solid job, you know, that he can support himself, and he also has a little business as well.
But
so I don't think he's
and prostituting on the side. So how solid?
Well, you said prostituting. I never said that. I always made it clear that he was a masseuse. So I think he can definitely stand on his own without being in a situation with her. And I don't think even with me, he would be trying to say, "Hey, let me jump into this because of what I can possibly offer if I could." I don't get that out of him. Not at all. I'm normally a good judge of character when it comes to people trying to get over or use somebody. I don't get that from him.
Yeah, but if he did
not at all,
and you gave this man a shot, who's to say that he wouldn't do it to you?
Because I don't think he's using her. I think he's just over the situation. He said that. Gosh, if he ever heard this.
Okay, so there's no children, right?
No children with her. Okay. He does have a child, but not with her. He just said that she doesn't support him as for some of the things that some of the ventures he want to do. They moved to
men.
No. They moved to this city because she wanted to move here, and he had got a good opportunity for a job in a different state, and he wanted to pursue that. And she just shut it down. She was so against it. But as far as like not supporting his career, she doesn't like to travel. There's a 10-year gap in between them two. She's 10 years older.
Okay, we got another couple minutes, but so far, this is a lot, right?
Yes, it's a whole lot.
Cotty?
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm trying to weigh my words carefully.
Well, I want to say this before we go on. I kept saying prostitute, but I know I'm wrong for that. I should have said sex worker. So I should have definitely said sex worker. Corey, I know you feel dirty. Corey has checked out because Corey feels dirty from the whole conversation. I'm gonna keep on. Did you guys have any points to make before we go on? Was he answering some of your questions, Candy Shop?
Yes, he was. It's a mess.
Okay.
And she doesn't like to travel. She doesn't like to hang out, do things. She doesn't like to cook anymore. There's a lot of stuff that he said that she was doing before that she doesn't like to do anymore.
They don't have a tether to the world like children. If this man wanted to leave his wife, he could. You're saying that it's not a financial issue. They are not compatible any longer. He wants to be with men. Nothing that you have said would indicate a reason why he had to be with her if he did not want to be with her.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I don't have a whole lot of information because I sometimes think less is best. The less I know, the better off I am.
You're in it.
But
at this point,
I'm in a situation to a certain extent, but I'm not trying to sit here and if he leaves, then he leaves. But I'll say this. As of this conversation you and I have now, that foot has went further out the door because when you had that conversation, he said once he get a better paying job and start looking for a place, he's out. Now they have a house together.
Okay.
So I know that's going to cause a whole other thing because they're going to have to figure out how they're going to do that.
People split. You sell the home, split the proceeds. So
right.
In terms of you, You're still single. Are you ready to move on to another situation that maybe the people are not in relationships? Because it sounds like you're available to the person up until they leave their significant other, and then you're not as interested. So maybe, are you ready to move on to something with somebody not in a relationship?
You know, I think at this point in my life, I am. I have a whole lot going on outside of, getting in situations with, guys that are already in situations. But I think now I want something stable. I want something more serious. I don't want to be the person. And I know people will probably say, "Oh, we just don't be that person." But
Okay, so
I think for me,
are they the only people that you're seeing?
Define sin.
Oh my God. Okay.
And why I say that, because if you say,
are you dating anybody else?
Yeah and no. Oh. So I was dealing with 3 different guys. Well, dealing with 3 different guys.
Third one single?
Third one single.
Oh, okay.
The third one is single. We chill. I see him usually once or twice a week.
Okay, so you're seeing 3 people. 2 are in relationships. 1 is without a relationship. My advice would be stick with the one that's not in a relationship.
Well, here's the thing. He comes with his own baggage as well. And when I say come with his own baggage, because I don't know how much of the truth he's telling me. I think some of the stuff that he just be lying about, not necessarily just bogus lies, but some of the shit just don't add up. And I don't even go digging in it, because how I look at it, I'm attracted to him, and we have great sex.
Okay, well, this is not a great sex show. This is the Mistress cheater show.
Well, this is true.
Okay, so I would say.
So I'm pulling him out the equation and go back to the one that's married. I'll say this: I don't know what that situation is going to be, but as of Friday, yesterday, he accepted an offer for a job.
Okay, so let's say they get a divorce. Is this the person that you want to be with?
Well, here's the thing. If they were to get a divorce, I wouldn't jump in nothing with anybody quick like that. And he and I have even had this conversation. Even if they call it quits tomorrow, I don't expect him to come to me with, I'll have the door open. I wouldn't do that, because, again, I'm not trying to be a rebound for anyone, and that takes time. They've been together for 8 years, married for 6 years. I'm not trying to sit here and pull him out of one situation and jump in a situation with me.
So why are you wasting time?
I'm not necessarily. You may look at it like I'm wasting my time. Someone else may say the same thing. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I'm not dealing with anyone else really outside of them. It's not like someone else is trying to really beat my door down and say, "Hey, let's do this, man. Let's do that." I don't have a situation to make me want to not continue doing what I'm doing. If I met someone else and they came to the table with what I'm looking for,
let me ask you this. You have 2 people or 3 people in your life. One without a situation that you feel is a liar. One who is actively lying to their wife in order to carry on some semblance of a relationship with you. And another one who, for all intents and purposes, could also be lying about the baby mama having been cool with it. You just never really know. So you have 3 people in your life who are potentially liars, and 2 that are potentially cheaters. Even if you were to start a relationship with them, who's to say that they would not then cheat on you?
This is true. And those are things that I take in consideration as well. It's not like what you're saying makes sense, 100%.
It's my name.
100%. I can't argue that. I'm just telling you how I'm looking at it right now. I'm just really enjoying myself until something else happens. I don't want to sit here and I think they're comfortable for me right now, so I deal with it. But if something else came that was a better situation, then I would definitely entertain it. But these are the 3 guys that I've been dealing with for a while, and I mean, I'm comfortable with them. So I'm going to continue to do it until something changes. I mean, some people may say, "Man, you sound stupid for that," or "That's crazy," or "You, I'm settling." I don't look at it like that. I'm looking at it like, yes, these guys are currently unavailable, at least 2 of the 3. But, well, I can't even say 2 of the 3 because it's now just really 1 that's unavailable. But I'm also enjoying their company, and I enjoy being with them.
So you're gonna keep on with all 3. Do they know about each other?
No, they don't, and they don't ask me that either. They don't ask me if I'm seeing anyone else or dealing with anyone else.
Wow. And
I'm glad they don't. But I will say this: the married one had made gestures about, he knows I like him. I know he liked me, but he did say if there's somebody that I'm interested in, he would want me to just let him know if I'm trying to get to know somebody. And I was like, all right, cool. But right now the ones I'm dealing with, I ain't trying to get to know like that. I'm not trying to be involved with them on a serious level. So he doesn't need to know that.
Okay. Well, I hope that everybody involved is, because there are so many people involved, I hope that everybody is using protection.
Yes.
Again, on this channel, I don't condemn or condone. I would say if you're dealing with somebody who is a known cheater, they will probably cheat on you.
That's very possible. That's very possible. I mean, hey, it's very possible. Yeah. I mean, all these things I think about, Mims, and I'm a work in progress myself, so I can't really judge them. I tend to want them to call into this forum because
I'm the
Iana
of YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. So this happens more than not, and I know we're about to wrap up or whatever because of the time, but I want to say this one last thing. I recently met somebody else, another guy.
Oh my! No!
I fell out. For the audience, I just fell out my seat. Okay, please continue, Truth Hurts.
Met this guy, and not even on a hookup site. I met this guy on social media, probably like 2.5 weeks ago. And
hold on. Y'all, the story gets crazier. So
what does he want, a football team?
What is going on here?
The story got Truth Hurts is the gift that keeps on giving. I did not expect this. So I get a lot of DMs, and once I put the word out that I was looking for anybody who cheated, been cheated on, wanted to fight the mistress, wanted to Chrissy and Kimbella somebody, people hit me up. Well, this dude was like, "Hey, I was on your channel." I'm like, "I know exactly who you are. You're coming back up." And he said, "No, but we can do something like an interview or something." So I was like, "Okay." In this interview, I literally fell out my chair. When we got to person number 4, I could.
Dude got issues. He got a problem.
Yeah,
he's not a mistress. He's got a problem.
Oh wait, hold on. Not Jolene's mom. This is Jolene's mom. Y'all.
Oh no. Give it a rest. Nobody wants to use. Wow.
This is Jolene's mom. Jolene is one of my favorite people on YouTube. She does a lot of Big Brother stuff.
I agree with Corey though. It's something deeper because like
he has a sex addiction.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
We're at person 4. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Everybody say hi to Jolene's mom. She says hi, kid.
Hi, Jolene's mom.
Now, Jolene's mom also has some stories. I might get her on here one day. Jolene's mom, she's lived. We'll say. Hey, Nana. Okay. Now I feel bad. Nana, this isn't me. This is these people. This isn't how I do my channel.
And we ended up meeting at a Kroger in the parking lot. Talked for a bit, and just moved here a few months ago from North Carolina. I went to their house because I'm not going to give out too much, but just I went to his house, and he told me his girl was there, and I was like, well, what kind of shit is this? And he said, well, she knows I'm bi. And I was like, another one. So we go there, go in the basement. He has a whole little set up with like studio equipment, because he I guess produces music or beats or whatever the case might be.
Wait, hold on. You know a producer? Because I need a theme song.
I'm gonna hurt you.
He does music, because he was playing the music while I was there that he produced, the beats and everything that he made. And
okay.
Yeah, so we chilling in the basement, having drinks and everything. And
his
he's like,
cookies.
He said, my girl, no, she didn't. But listen, it's so crazy because she came down to the basement at some point. Because I was like, man, your girl better come out here. And he's like, yeah, but she's chill. She know this like my man cave or whatever. So we just chilling. She came out. She stuck her head down there, and she's like, hey, are you hungry? And he's like, yeah. So they went in a whole conversation about what they're going to eat. And so they ended up deciding on just getting some pizza.
So he was a paying customer for the studio. That's what she thought.
I was like, man, I'm telling him, when you told me your girl is here, I'm like, what kind of shit is this y'all on? And he was like, well, she did say one day she wanted to watch me and somebody. And I said, well, that's not happening today. Not with me.
Well, okay.
And
so
he's like,
we do have to wrap up soon. But,
okay.
I mean, maybe you could, if you're interested, maybe that type of relationship would be something that you could try out.
Mm.
Are you attracted to women?
No.
At all?
I mean, I think they make some of them cute, pretty, but that's about it. Sexually, no. That shit itself.
Not judging. Judging. Again,
it's cool. It's cool.
Well, I mean,
I found something.
This sounds like your type. Somebody who has a girlfriend who knows you. Maybe you could. This is for another show, but maybe you could see where that could go with both of them.
I don't know, but I know we're supposed to try to get up later on tonight.
Now, DM me. I do need a theme song. So
yeah, he's definitely into music. So yeah.
And you could pay with Nature's credit card.
No.
I don't know what else to say, but
I want to thank you for coming on. One last thing, because this has gone on for a minute. I might have to break this interview up into a couple of episodes, but there was something that you said that you wanted to clear up, because some of the people who don't necessarily agree with your life choices were offended when you said something to the effect of this was your destiny. Did you want to clear that up?
No.
I think if anyone was offended by that comment, I think it's not what I said, it's probably how I said it. What I meant by this is my destiny, it was more so not me applauding myself or giving myself a pat on the back. It was more so like, fuck, why do I keep getting the same situation? And I'm like, it's like a curse, not destiny in a good way. It's like more so like a fucking curse, because this is what I keep running into.
Well,
so
it's the law of attraction. If you continuously attract that, you might want to look at your behaviors and see why you're attracting that from the universe. Why you're into people that are unattainable, realistically.
I can see that. I see that, and I definitely take that feedback into consideration. There's a lot of stuff that I'm doing, some soul searching, with myself as well. So, listen, I'm a work in progress. I definitely appreciate you having this forum to just let some of us in similar situations be able to speak our truth Only thing I can say is if you have something like this again, if there's something that's bubbling or brewing and changes in my situation, update, I definitely call in and let you guys know, because this shit is crazy right now for me.
We love updates on this platform. I want to thank you again, Truth Hurts. Like I said, I might have to break this up into 15-minute segments.
Like your portion book, the big people on.
Updated.
Okay, I definitely appreciate you taking the time out.
And get me some rates from your friend.
Okay, yeah, I probably talk to him later on. If I don't see him tonight, I'll definitely probably see him tomorrow.
Okay, well, all right. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. All right, take care. Later.
Y'all, that was my first interview, y'all.
Hold up. Nature's
time I wanted a drink. I didn't make a drink. I got to do better. See y'all at 7:30.
That was.
I'm stuck on Nature's credit card.
Really, ma'am?
Yes.
I need a theme song.
Really?
I'm not. I mean. Look.
I mean, well, make sure he paid for you.
Oh fuck. I just broke my thing.
See, God don't like ugly.
And he ain't stuck on cute. And he ain't stuck on cute either, Corey.
Really? I mean, a theme song, Mims?
I need a theme song. I gotta give the people a show.
You telling him to dance for a theme song? Mims. I thought you was beyond that, bruh.
I like a good discount.
I ain't mad.
So y'all, I told you it was gonna be a lot. I pre-warned everybody this show was gonna be a lot.
I wasn't ready for this one. No. You even got me. Nothing gets me.
The people were like, wow, Corey is quiet today. So again, I was expecting maybe somebody else that wasn't in a relationship. I was not expecting an update on 4 people. This was a lot.
Now the last one, the one with the studio, I think his girlfriend thought he was a customer for the studio. Because I dated a guy who owned his own studio, and I was always in the studio, and I never left the studio. So when they would come in, I'd be like, "What's up? How you doing?"
We heard about the studio. What were you doing at the studio?
I was his girlfriend I was his girlfriend.
Portia was at that studio with the Pied Piper.
Listen, when you date someone who owns a record studio, if you want to see them, you will go to the studio.
Okay.
And I have to see what's going on all up and through there, because I know what goes on at the studio.
I seen what happened at the studio on Insecure. I heard about R. Kelly studio.
That's exactly what I showed.
Corey and Cotty have something in common. Y'all both beat up the mistress.
I didn't beat her up. I just outwitted her.
Okay, so the floor is y'all's, ladies.
You want to go first, Cotty? I can go first. I'll go first.
Okay.
Since I was so quiet. Okay. I was about 19, 20, and I was with my maybe second or third boyfriend ever. And we had spent a couple days together, and then he leaves his pager at my house. So you know what age this is. What time this is, I say pager. He left his beeper. He left his pager at the house. So this number just keeps calling and beeping. So I called, and I was like, "Yeah, who this?" And she was like, "This such and such. I need to speak to such and such." I said, "Who are you?" She was like, "Oh, I'm his girlfriend." I said, "Oh no, you're not." So we got our heads together. I went to her house. She was an older woman. We in our 20s, and she like 25, 30 with kids. I go to this woman's house. See, I never go anywhere unless he took me, my mama took me, because I didn't have my license yet, or I took a cab. So I took a cab over homegirl house. and we talked, we planned, we plotted the whole day. I hid when he came over. He comes down, and then she sneaks me out the house. I ring the doorbell. He comes down the steps after she called him down with no shirt on. I'm like, why you got no shirt on? Why you in this woman's house? Who is she? So we get into it. She says, he gonna take you home. Don't you let him come back to my house. So I put my mother out of
They're calling
my
you Thug
bedroom
Mrs.
because she had the flu. I put my sick mother out the bedroom. We get into it. He jumps out of my bedroom window, which is 2 floors up, and goes back to her house. She said, I thought I said don't let him come back to the house. So it was a whole big thing for a whole month. And I did not talk to him after that. I was like, you're crazy.
So to paraphrase, you were at the studio with Candy dropping some beats.
No. This wasn't the studio owner. This was the Jive Time credit. I mean, want to be chef in college.
Lord.
Yes.
Cotty.
Yes.
Don't try to act all sweet and innocent now. So you beat up a mistress? Or were you the mistress and you beat up the girlfriend or wife?
No, I was not the mistress. I just, Okay.
Don't beat around the bush. It ain't this kind of channel.
So, there had been some goings on with my man at the time, and apparently a couple of chicks, I caught him on Plenty of Fish. I caught him talking to chicks on Facebook and all this stuff. But this one particular chick, we had threw a party at the house, and people showed up and everything. And when she got there, I didn't like her. It was something about her. It was other females at the party. It was just something about her I didn't like. So at the end of the night, I volunteered to take her home because I'm an upstanding citizen. But really, I just want to know where she lived because I played a long game.
Cotty was looking at her like this from across the room. I don't like that bitch, and she know it.
So I took her home. Nothing happened, but my suspicions were correct. They were talking. They were talking on Facebook. They apparently were doing more than talking. And since, like I said, I played a long game, I already knew where she lived. So one day I woke up out my sleep. It was about 7:30 in the morning. And I was like, yep, today's the day. So I put on my Timbs. I went over her house. I run the doorbell. And
Tim's in a thong like the other dude who was just talking?
No. I rung her doorbell. She came out and I proceeded to whoop that in the middle of the street. Ooh. That's what it is. I picked her up. I slammed her to the ground. I had his cousin, a female cousin with me, and she tried to pull me off of her, and then he tried to pull me off of her. Go on. The female cousin ended up calling the police, which I didn't know at the time. Why would you call the police? I'm beating her up. So we all scatter because, she didn't call the police. I got in the car, but didn't manage to drive off before the cops got there. And, he was just questioning me. I was like, nah, ain't nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, are you sure? Because you got a scratch on your arm there.
Uh-oh.
I was like,
oh. This is so juicy.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. So, but since nobody was talking, he let us all go. So then I drove back home. It is what it is.
Wait, how did she get a Timberland meme? She got like a Tim. Latavia, where did you get that from?
Later when we got back to the house, me and him got into it. There was a whole big thing. In fact, I don't even want to talk about him. She wasn't the only one that got the business, but she was the only one that got slammed to the ground. Unfortunately, I can't pick up a dude. So,
were you fighting like the baby and pulling hair?
I don't do that.
She straight knuckles up.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a good question because, again, I don't condemn or condone, but why fight the woman? Why not take it out on the man?
Oh, I took it out on both of them.
Why her though?
Why not?
You get what I'm saying?
No, I totally get what you're saying.
She's not the one in the relationship, is what people
I totally get what you're saying. She shouldn't have showed up at my house like wasn't nothing going on. That's the principle behind that. If you show up at my house, that's why I took you home.
Principalities.
So she knew you were the girlfriend.
I was gonna say she knew who you were.
She knew exactly who I was.
Why didn't you just call her and say, "Hello, Barbara, this is Shirley"?
It don't work like that. Now, sometimes I do pull up on the mistress for my homegirls.
Hold on, really quick, Corey. We got actual footage of.
Liar.
We got actual footage of what goes down when people cheat.
Okay.
Yo, look, yo, bro, no. Yo, nah, son got a flamethrower, bro. Nah, yo. Nah, what the fuck? You about to burn her, bro? Yo, what the? I ain't never seen no shit like this, bro. Nah, what the fuck, bro? Son. Yo, son was gonna burn, bro. Yo, what the fuck?
A flamethrower? I need one.
Wow.
That's why I played it, because I feel like Cotty probably has a flamethrower.
Yo, look, yo, bro, no. Yo, nah, son got a flamethrower, bro. Nah, yo. Nah, what the fuck? You about to burn her, bro?
I feel like you have a flamethrower.
I don't.
She probably, like me, uses whatever she can get her hands on right next to her.
Oh, well, I don't really need to do that. I got plenty of weapons.
Okay. Yeah, my best friend's boyfriend asked me to take care of a girl that was in our circle.
Take care? Are you in the mob? Like, what is happening?
Not actually. You know, because she kept flirting with him, and he was like, no. And he told my homegirl, you need to tell her, you need to get her out the circle, but she wouldn't listen. So he told me to take care of it. So I walked up to her in the game room, and right by the pool table, and I said, why don't you leave him alone? He don't want you, don't need you, don't even want you to look in his direction. And so she thought she was cute. She wasn't getting the point, so I picked up the cue ball, threw it 2 inches from her nose and caught it. That didn't get her. So I picked up the cue stick and I just started twirling it like I was Bruce Lee, and then she got the point. She left him alone. She wouldn't, every time I see her in the quad, she'd cross the other direction. See, sometimes you don't even have to connect. She left him alone.
So you basically pulled the Angie Martinez when she beat Wendy Williams' ass for calling Mos Def gay.
Yes, I did. Yes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to look out for your homegirl sometimes because she's too stupid not to.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't get many cheaters in my purview.
I love how okay, wait, what? I love the way he asks crazy questions. I also do this shit at work. If you ask a crazy question with a straight face, people believe you. So we're back to this book a little bit.
Oh.
So I told y'all that she was with Shaq. When Shaq was with Shawnee. Nostrils O'Neal. Where is it? Okay. So this is Corinne. one of her Shaq excerpts. She says, even though Shaq and I had sex that night, it seemed to be the furthest thing from his mind during the remainder of our relationship. Over the next 4 months or so, Shaq and I would be intimate more, maybe 2 or 3 more times. My most prominent memory about our sex life is the weight of his body and the enormous amounts of sweat that would soak my body, even through my mattress.
No, ew.
On one occasion, I had to turn my mattress over to have a dry place to sleep once he left. Shaq is known to be a very generous man who loves to take care of the people around him, especially the women in his life, as long as they live by his rules. He changed my life at a time when I was so busy living other people's fantasies that I hadn't paid much attention to my own. He paid for all the things I had been neglecting, and with the money he gave me throughout our short-lived relationship, I was able to purchase my son's first bedroom set and furniture for every room in the house. He did, however, have a few specific requests, like a big screen television and a larger couch for him to sit on. He said that everything in my place had to be big because he was, and that he wanted to become comfortable when he came over. He was very protective. He didn't want to have anything. He didn't want me to have to do anything, not cook or clean. At his request, I hired someone to clean my house for me. He said that no woman of his should have to work. All of her attention should be focused on him. He also demanded that I not go out at all or speak to anyone, especially not about him. Most women would have been happy to accept his rules with no problem and no questions asked. Not me. I was so accustomed to the spotlight and living life my way, I refused to do what he asked me. Naturally, it strained our relationship. After a few months of trying to work it out, things came to a head. There was no shouting or high drama. We went back and forth in short, clip messages on the two-way pagers, like Corey, as I sat at the as I sat at the first table read for a man apart. My mind was barely on the scene when we were reading because I was so busy keying away in an effort to salvage what was left of our relationship. My attempts were futile because just like that, it was over between Big and me. You guys, I might have to take Princess up on her suggestion and read this book with her. What do y'all think? Is Shaq anybody's type?
No.
No.
His wallet is, though.
I'll pass.
Candy Shop?
No, he's definitely not my type. Mm-mm.
So it wasn't Shaq you were seeing?
No.
Anyway,
He
guys.
should have been like Shawnee, though. Stacking chips and stealing money and socking it away.
Wait. You guys, I only have 121 likes, so if you guys could please hit the like button. It definitely helps me with YouTube. So what do y'all think? I know this was a little bit messy.
I had last.
Truth hurts. I'm gonna pray for him because he needs it. I'm not gonna. I'm not judging him or anything, but something's just not right.
With Truth Hurts?
Yeah, something's not right with his picture. I'm gonna pray for him. He said he wanted to work on some things. I'm gonna pray for him. He needs it. Yeah, I felt his hurt when he was talking.
I didn't get hurt. I got that. I got that. He seemed quite okay with his situation and all the people he was involved with.
Okay.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm y'all ladies.
I wanted to know the third dude why he said like that guy seemed like he couldn't be trusted or he was lying, and I'm like, isn't this whole thing about a bunch of lies? Like all these dudes is lying, but the one single guy in the whole scenario is the one that can't be trusted.
Thank you, Connie.
He said that that guy was a liar, and like the stories that he would tell, he felt were lies. but the sex was good, and so he continues to mess with him.
But the other guys weren't. Like the baby mama was okay with the side cheating, like, and she had just had a baby. Come on. Nope.
Yeah, for me, it's like he's either a sex addict or something mentally wrong because he likes the thrill of it all. But when it comes to actually being serious and being held accountable on his part, he can't do it.
Oh, wait, I got a super chat, guys.
Okay.
Didi, thank you so much. You don't have to support my channel. I appreciate that you do. Oh, but please continue.
But yeah, something seems wrong. It doesn't sound like he wants to be serious with anybody. He just likes taking other people's men because they're not his. He doesn't have to deal with being that other person that's being cheated on. So did I freeze? I froze for a second.
We got.
You heard you though. I heard you.
2% and Amused have both met Shaq. Now, we don't know if they had to buy a bigger couch or not. Maybe they'll tell us. Maybe they'll let us know if they had to flip a mattress. No, 2% says she wouldn't survive.
No. Yeah, I agree with Candy Shop because something's just. I'm an empath, and I'm telling you, there's hurt there. There's something deep down up in there.
With truth hurts?
Yeah. There's something wrong with him. There's something definitely wrong with him.
So no, Gabby, to answer your question, he put Hoops out his house. He actually called the police on her and put her out his house.
Really?
They haven't been together for a long time. Shaq, that is.
He's just still trying to get back with Shawnee, though.
Shawnee is newly engaged.
He don't care.
She got the money she wanted. She pimped Evelyn and them out enough to make whatever money.
Well, she ain't gonna keep it if she don't get a prenup or something, because he ain't right either.
Oh no, her boyfriend yanked her out the club when Shaq walked in. I don't blame him. 2%, you cute. So you guys, I want to thank you guys so much. If you could, before we go, drop Candy Shop and Kadi's links. Support these beautiful ladies. This was a lot, but I got through with my first interview. I think it was pretty good. I'm gonna be returning this Drew Sidora cassette recorder. I don't know why Walmart sells this. It's the only recorder that they sell.
It's Walmart.
Anything else to close out, guys?
No, just like and subscribe. Hit them thumbs up on the way out.
The reason, so Tasha K did an interview with a man that alleges that no, I don't want to talk about that one. Tasha K did an interview with the lawyer that is representing Trey Songz's accuser. And wait, Gabor, do you know Shaq? Gabor, do I need to have you?
Extra
Gabor has a past.
Gabor, do I need to have you on the next installment? Is there something that the people need to know? He says Shaq is a good man, Savannah. So we all know that Trey Songz and who's the other one? It's Trey Songz and
Snoop.
Who?
Snoop.
Oh no, Chris Brown.
Oh, Chris Brown.
Trey Songz and Chris Brown have been accused of what's a good way of putting it? Taking a woman's choice, a woman's right to choose in a sexual scenario. And Tasha K did an interview with the attorney for the accusers. And I watched I watched the interview and I'm like, I'm interested now. would that be something you guys want to, not my panel per se, but the subscribers, would you guys want to talk about the Chris Brown, Trey Songz, potential lawsuits? Because I was really interested. What interested me the most about the attorney, she was a black female attorney. She looked very nice, very poised. She had her stuff together, but she quoted the Players Club. Y'all, she quoted the Players Club in the interview, and I said, that's the kind of attorney I would need.
What part did she quote? Don't let the money make you.
No, it was a quote that I didn't even remember, but in the chat, everybody knew it was the Players Club, and she said it's the Players Club. So
a Ronnie quote?
I don't remember what the quote was specifically, but is that something that in the chat, is that something you guys would want me to cover in maybe like a hot topics thing next week?
As long as you let me know what the quote is, yeah. Why not?
If I do it, I'm gonna rewatch the whole interview and I'll be able to tell you the quote. But it was just so like I'm listening to it, I'm at work and I'm like, wait, what? Did she just quote the Players Club for real? Like
No, I'd be interested in the topic.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna try to get a deep dive going in that. Anything else before we close out, guys? Because this was a lot.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me.
It was great. Definitely, guys. The Candy Shop has a channel. She does all kinds of topics. Definitely go and support her.
Okay. Nice to meet you, Candy Shop.
She is not the woman she used to be. She's
No,
a whole
I just
different
said
lady.
nice to meet her. That's not what I meant, Mims. I wasn't being shady or messy.
I wasn't being shady. That was
Nice
for the
to meet you.
audience.
To meet her.
Nice meeting you too, Corey.
Because I'd like to see
Married
people
woman. She has a really good job.
Yeah, who can
She
rebuild
has
their lives
kids.
after stuff like that.
She got kids running around the house. A husband that loves her. Now, are you still in the church? Because before you were a Sunday school teacher. So while you were a mistress, you were the Sunday school teacher. Now that you got your life right, you stopped teaching the children. What is this?
Well, make sure you check out my church hurt segment on my channel.
Super shady.
No, I love the Candy Shop. I've been a subscriber to her for a very long time. I give her such a hard time in her lives. If you go and subscribe to her, let her know Mim sent you.
Okay.
Thank
you. We're gonna go ahead and close out.
All
Say
right.
bye, everybody.
Bye.